Hey guys, welcome to Raw Vibrant Health. This is take 2 because I was just started this video before and a mosquito flew into my back of my throat, so I had to spit him out. Just being real, just letting you know, just trying to do a video here for the people out there because I know people are struggling with diseases and a lot of people with the supposed autoimmune diseases. And guys, I'm telling you, there's only one disease, okay? In a simple way, it's an obstruction, right? Blockage. Something in the way of the flow of life force, of, well-being. And then so we break it down a little bit. There's definitely the emotional obstructions and mental barriers. And then there's really in the physical body, it's basically mostly mucus, and then there's all the toxins, right? The chemicals and the toxins, the stuff that's up there, right? The stuff that's in the cleaning stuff, in your shampoo if you have a bad one, in this and that, the pesticides, the metals, and then there's parasites, right? But really, that stuff's all obstructions. And it's always wrapped together with the emotional stuff. It's all wrapped together in there. And so it's really just one disease, okay? And the body doesn't attack itself. Your doctor might tell you that because, I'm sorry, doctors are all indoctrinated. A lot of them are a lot better than others. Some of them are amazing, and they're breaking off and being natural, more into a natural thing. But as a whole, unfortunately, if you look who created that whole system and all the other systems in society, and then you figure out who they are, it's families that are not good, okay? So not good at all. So my channel is about health, and actually, if you want to heal, stuff like arthritis, fibromyalgia, these sorts of things, lupus, these things, Lyme's, whatever, anything. I've seen all sorts of stuff be remedied, reversed, rejuvenated from diet and lifestyle changes and emotional work and opening up your heart and letting things go, just letting stuff go. I've seen it a lot of times, and I'm just making this video, a short video for anyone who would like to hear this info, because I believe that I could get better for my whole life, but most of my life, and I had little bits of, I feel a little bit better, but I was always still chronically sick in some ways, totally, if I'm honest. So don't let someone tell you you have this diagnosis, you have this many days to live or something like that. Are you kidding me? You can't let it. There's a big part of life here that is creating our world, creating our life, our reality. And so words are powerful, and when someone tells you something like that, you have a choice. You have a choice to even go to them in the first place, which 99% of the time, percent of the time, I would avoid them. Personally, if it was me, okay, because they don't have a good track record with health. We know that on every level. Look it up. So don't let someone tell you have this thing, that you caught this disease. Where did you catch it? You went fishing for diseases? No, that's not how it works. It's not how it works. Your disharmony in your body, these blockages, the arthritis, the itching, the burning, the pain, the weak, the whatever, these symptoms, the feeling weak, the nervous system is down, all this, chronic fatigue or the lupus thing. Yeah, there's triggers sometimes, but it's always about the inner terrain. And if you're not going to have an understanding of your inner terrain and then take responsibility for what you're putting in your body once you know, then you can enjoy your suffering. Or you can make the changes and continue and then see your life just renew before your eyes in a matter of weeks, sometimes months, even days sometimes. But it's definitely, sometimes it takes years to get really feel better. But I'm here to tell you, if you want to get better, you need to remove the blockages. And those can be, like I said, any kind of disease that they want to make up is a blockage. Okay, so what is things like arthritis, fibromyalgia, like I said, lupus, all these, what are these things? Well, it's when the lymphatic system, which is the largest system of fluid in your body, compared to blood, it's a lot more fluid. When you get a nice juicy pimple, you get a nice tumor, it's the same exact fluid. And then basically you have too much junk in your body. And guys, you don't just get this out of nowhere. It comes from years of a bad lifestyle. Like I said, bad lifestyle, bad habits, too much food that is going to create a slimy trail of mucus in your 30-foot long GI tract. And that's the truth. So that's what it is. And how to get rid of this stuff. It's about reversing. Like I said, making changes, getting out of the way, really. Because you can add all the things you want to do, but then when you've discovered something like, I'm just saying, for example, water fasting, most people should ease their way into that, especially if they're in some really advanced painful areas and some really just chronically, frightening sometimes illnesses. Not everyone should jump into the water fast, but when you know about water fasting, you know that if you just get out of the way, once you've experienced some water fasting, whoa, this is some powerful stuff. So using that logic, you can get out of the way in other ways. You can do a little bit of a transition to more living foods that aren't cooked. You might not want to go 100% raw overnight, or you might do a lot more fruit. That's good. You always want to add more fruit, but sometimes you don't want to do 100% fruit because that can be intense. And then you can add more juices always, and sometimes you can do some juicing. Anyone can pretty much juice, almost anybody, and it can do wonders for you. If you really educate yourself, you know what you're doing. So that's how you get rid of it. You flood your body with this living nourishment. You get really properly, truly hydrated for the first time in your life with juices and fruits and foods that aren't cooked. And so the longer you do that without any processed garbage, that's the main thing. And then you get more subtle with the cleaner, lighter whole foods, but there's still going to be some mucus forming ones. But then you want to keep getting more subtle, even things like good fats like avocados, coconuts. Yeah, they're good fats in a balanced lifestyle and when you're rebuilding your body. But when you're sick, you need to limit those things, or a lot of times completely be away from them for good. It just depends on the level of your issues. Because I've seen people heal with avocados, and people that you guys would know, names that have been in the community, I've healed with it. But it just depends on how fast do you want to heal. Sometimes that's, you don't just have the discipline to stay away from the yummy stuff and the seeds and the nuts and stuff like that you need to stay away from, because it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off. So I just want to let you guys know, again, guys, I don't know what diseases are. To me, they don't exist, okay? And I don't know anything about CURE. I don't know what that means, because I just talk about reversing things and watching, like I said, when you get out of the way, when you actually remove the root cause. Come on, all the natural healers talk about the root cause. Almost none of them actually know what it is. But luckily, after me trying to uncover every little thing that I could, I finally, and finding what doesn't work, I found what it is. And it's the more simple you eat, the more simple you live, the more you live in accordance with the principles of nature, you're going to heal on a rapid level. The more you can do that, it's going to be more rapid. But if you want to just half-assed it, I'm going to say don't half-ass it, and don't yeah. I think you got it, okay? I think you got it. This is just for anyone out there. Hey, if you can share it, because I don't really have a place to really share it. My stuff doesn't really get seen. So there's definitely forces out there that don't want, and it's just the truth. So if there's anything you can do to if you know someone struggling, because that's why I do this. I don't want anyone to struggle. I want to be like, okay, I learned some things in this life, and then I passed it on, because I don't want to have like the learning stuff and then not passing it on. I don't want the karma from that. And I really, it's just, I'm a person who's like, I just want to be nice, to be kind, just because that's like a good. Most of us are kind humans. 99.9% of us normal folks, we're kind people. And so it feels actually good to be kind, and like, like I want my brothers and sisters to succeed and to have abundance and to have vibrant health like me. So I'm going to always share that. So, okay, yeah, and I still do consultations, guys. I still have a little bit of availability right now. It seems like a couple things I had going on are changing, or might not happen to the extent that I thought. A couple different collaborations, so I have more time, and I'm still available for the consult. Sorry that my website has been down for so long, but I know I got the cheap one. It was up there for a long time, and I still have like the testimonials. If you want to see, I don't know who wants me to email you. I have testimonials like all saved and like everything, but it's like I was just trying to be cheap, getting the website that was cheap, because I mean, guys, I've bought a lot of cameras for iridology. I've spent a lot on school. I have put a lot, like a pretty good amount of money, all the books, all the things, all the flights, all the hotels, all the studying I've done. So I was like, I should have just got a nice website, but there's a point when you're like, oh, well, you want to be, sometimes you want to save a little money if you're not getting the money back. And I definitely haven't gotten the money back as a whole. So not complaining. So I'm still doing consults, 90-minute ones. Holler at your boy, just email me. And if you need that, and I wish you guys the very best. Peace.